Hello, friends. My name is Lori Jameson, and I'd like to welcome you to the Unveiled Reflection Ministry. To find out more about the ministry, you can go to the website unveiledreflectionministry.org. If you happened upon this video and are interested in going on a journey that will lead you to intimacy with Jesus and freedom from life's struggles, you can find a link to the welcome video in the description below. It will explain everything you need to know to begin your journey. Today, in Close Encounter 31, we looked at one way we can increase intimacy with God. That is through prayer. Jesus tells us in Matthew 6:6, "But when you pray, go away by yourself, shut the door behind you, and pray to your Father in private. Then your Father who sees everything will reward you." Have you ever been interrupted while having a deep or serious conversation? Did you welcome the interruption or did it frustrate you? Have you ever really wanted a moment alone with someone so that you could tell them something important to you? Was that conversation interrupted? How did you respond? How did it make you feel? Have you ever been interrupted while praying? How did that make you feel? I have learned the hard way to close the door during my time alone with God. My time with God is the most important part of my day, and I don't want to miss out on any of it. It wasn't always that way. In the past, it wasn't even a priority for me, and it didn't bother me if someone interrupted me while I was reading my Bible or praying. But now that I have an intimate relationship with God, I don't let anything get in the way of my time alone with Him. I believe God doesn't like it when we allow those interruptions. I believe it hurts Him. I asked you earlier if you ever really wanted a moment alone with someone so that you could tell them something that was important to you. If they didn't give you their undivided attention, did it bother you? Maybe even hurt your feelings? I believe God's feelings are hurt when we neglect our close encounters with Him or allow interruptions. There are things He wants to teach us, and He wants our undivided attention. Ephesians 6:18 says, "Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere." God wants us to bring everything to Him. He doesn't care if it's silly. He loves us and wants to be included in on every aspect of our lives. Ephesians tells us to pray all the time and about every occasion. Do you suppose we should pray about what to eat, when to shower, or whether to go shopping and where to shop? The answer is yes. We are to pray about everything. This is another one of those things we are learning that we may want to put into practice. The more we practice it, the sooner it becomes a habit. Ephesians also tells us to stay alert and be persistent. It may mean to stay alert because the enemy is always prowling, waiting for an opportunity of weakness, or it could mean to stay alert, always looking for things to pray about. It also says to be persistent, which means to not give up. There are many more Bible verses on prayer. Prayer is an important part of the Christian life. Will you consider incorporating more prayer in your life? How about a treasure? Maybe that God asks us to pray, or that He is hurt when our time with Him is interrupted. What about an action plan? Maybe consider finding a place where you can close the door and be alone with God. In conclusion, God longs for time alone with you. He is jealous for your time and attention. He is calling you to Himself. He wants to be the bestest friend you've ever had or will ever have. He doesn't care how much you complain. He loves you and wants you to share your heart with him. Will you give him what he wants? Until next time.